Hi, my name's Dave Hampton, and this is the first part of the demonstration of the Wound telemedicine system that allows you to track the progress of patient wounds. I'm going to dive into the application straight away, and you'll see that as soon as we get into the application, we're presented with a list of patients. Here, I only have one sample patient. As with every other form on this inside this application, everything is editable, and we see on this particular screen we have patient's details, their address and GP details. Once we've gone into a patient, we will be able to see their medical history, and here I've got some very basic medical history for this particular patient. One thing to note here is we have a BMI index here of 24.15. If I edit this, you'll see now it says it's calculated, because if we change the weight of this person, it automatically adjusts their BMI to suit. Going straight into the wound management now, we assume that a patient has or can have many wounds, and any wound can have many assessments, and every assessment can have one photo that can be traced, and from that one photo we will then be able to produce a graph showing size of wounds for each assessment. Here I already have one wound which I've created already. Let's go into this, and we can see that we're presented with fairly basic information about a wound, particularly about its location and its type. Now if we edit this wound, you see you'll have various options to describe the description. You can have many of these should you so wish, and you'll see that using this nice little graph here, this nice picture here, we should be able to say if we also a center breast wound, we could say center breast, and it's on the anterior, so front center breast wound, save. Now each wound, here we are, center anterior breast, each wound can have multiple assessments. So if we look at view the assessments for this particular wound, we'll see that we have one assessment which has already been done as part of the demo. If we click on that assessment, you'll see that there's a multitude of information that you can put in to describe the condition of the wound at the date of assessment. We can edit this as we can edit with everything else, and you'll see that we have the wound healing continuum, or describing the colour of the wound above, and we have, I won't repeat what's on the screen, you can see here that there are numerous options for you to choose. Pain score based on this pain management here. We can say pain score is annoying, 4. Pain occurrence can be any time. Pain type, throbbing. Then we have the dressings and particular information regarding pressure ulcers. So we'll save that. I'm sure you can see from that there's a multitude of information that you can actually use. If we look at view assessments, we can see now that we have an assessment for this person. This concludes the first part of my demonstration. Second part of my demonstration, I will go into the actual physical tracking of the wounds themselves.